Welcome to AlcoBrake, and thank you for choosing us as your ignition interlock provider. AlcoBrake gives you convenience, affordability, and easy-to-use alcohol monitoring device. Our support team is available 24/7 to help you throughout your interlock program. First, the driver enters the vehicle and turns the ignition key or presses the ignition button to the on position. Once ignition power is supplied, the AlcoBrake interlock device turns on automatically. Before starting the engine, the driver must take an initial breath test. Please avoid using mouthwash or alcohol-based hand sanitizers. If you have recently eaten or consumed any cup of food or beverages, you should rinse your mouth and drink of water before taking a test. Pick up the device, press the middle green button, and wait for the screen to display blow. For a successful test, take a deep breath and blow steadily into the mouthpiece for 2 to 3 seconds without stopping. Stopping too early or interrupting your breath may result in an insufficient breath sample. While the test is being taken, the device also captures an image. If the initial test passes, the vehicle can be started and driven normally. If the initial test fails and the BRAC value is above the permitted limit, the vehicle cannot be started. A 15-minute timer will begin. After the timer ends, the driver may retest by pressing the same middle green button. After the initial test, the device may request a random retest between 5 to 15 minutes. After the first random test, additional random tests may be requested every 15 to 45 minutes. The driver must safely provide the breath sample when requested. Each test may also capture an image through the camera. When the driver turns off the vehicle, the engine off timer starts for 3 minutes. During this time, the driver can restart the vehicle without taking another test. After 3 minutes, the engine will be off and a new initial test will be required. If the driver does not complete a required random test, it is each day's recording from lockout 7 as a refusal. Each day, the lockout count reduce, bringing the device one step closer to lockout 0. When lockout 0 is reached, the device becomes call for service to have it reset. At that point, they can also be triggered by several other VETH tests, sampler disconnections, sampler addition test, or tampering event. A lockout can also be triggered by 5 insufficient tests or tampering events. Calibration is also required at regular intervals as per state rules and regulations. If calibration is not completed on time, a calibration lockout starts from lockout 7 and counts down to lockout 0. At lockout 0, service is required, the device is locked. When the device enters permanent lockout mode, the user will no longer be able to perform a breath test. While the device is in override mode, the customer must install the AB AlcoCheck app from the App Store or Play Store and log in using their registered mobile number and date of birth in order to unlock the device. The customer can access the Unlock Codes tab, where 4 OTP codes, each consisting of will be displayed. Previously used OTPs will appear with a green check mark, while unused OTPs will appear with a red cross mark. When the customer selects an available OT or manually enters the OTP, the code will be transmitted to the device through BLE, 4G, or Wi-Fi whenever network connectivity is available. Each OTP can only be used once. Once the device successfully receives and validates the OTP, the device will exit override mode and return to normal operating mode, allowing the user to perform a breath test and start the vehicle again. The OTP will remain valid until the engine is turned off. Customers are advised to start the vehicle and proceed to the nearest service center immediately. If you still have questions about your interlock device, visit www.alcobrake.com or call us anytime to speak with a customer care specialist. This training video, your user manual guide, state interlock laws, frequently asked questions, and more resources are all available on our website. We are here to support you every step of the way throughout your interlock program. Thank you for choosing AlcoBrake to help you get back on the road safely.